Hello. This is the second video that I'm making of my MAME cabinet. I got some comments last time that my video was a little dark, and I've got a new camera. And it's been about a year since I put it together, so I figured it was time to make a new video. My wife told me when I made this that she would like for it to look like a piece of furniture. So that was the guiding principle to the design. It's basically, for the most part, plywood with a cherry veneer on it, and a lot of brass and a little bit of copper. The nameplate, the marquee up there, was a sheet of brass that I electroplated copper onto, and then I aged it using sulfur. Over here are the speakers. Those also have a brass covering to them. The monitor is a 27-inch monitor. It's widescreen, but since I only use the middle part, it's set to permanently show at a 4:3 aspect ratio, and then I made this bezel to go around it so that you can't see the rest of the monitor. The monitor and the speakers are on a switched receptacle so that they only come on when the computer is turned on the inside. The controls here, this is leather that I bonded down to a piece of plywood. Not working very well right now, but the buttons actually do light up. I've got the switch on the top of the unit. So these are just regulation joysticks, buttons. Right now I have this mouse here because I have it kind of in a surface mode. The mouse is just a USB mouse, and I've got one USB plug that I keep right in the middle so I can hook anything up when I need to real quick. Hidden away down here, that's where the keyboard is in case I need to access any of that information. The control for the sound is right there. There's also a headphone plug in it. This isn't hooked down in any way, so I can just pull it out. And you can see I've got an iPad down there to control all the inputs from all the different key presses. That's worked out real well for me. So on each side I also have another set of buttons, and those are for playing arcade pinball games. And on the back, which you won't be able to see probably, you can see the light from it. I've got a set of vents. Those are also brass. Those come from the computer down here. Now normally this is held closed. This little grubby looking stand is in there with this magnet on it, and this is what the subwoofer sets on. And the alternative gaming method using the controllers usually are stay underneath there, but since I had this out recently, that hasn't been put back, and I figured everything was going to get pulled out of here. So there's the subwoofer right inside the door. You can see where I have it routed out so that the speaker sits right up against this. The light in here is on, normally it's off, and then there's the speaker, the computer, the switch power supply is over there, that turns everything on, and I also have this thing that I built using a kit that turns the scan lines on and off on the monitor, so I can mess with that. Not sure if you can see the scan lines. Looks like right there you can see them okay. So, trying to make it look a little bit more authentic despite the fact that it's a more modern monitor. So I have this set up using GameEx as my front end. Normally it boots straight into GameEx from as soon as you hit the button, but right now it's booting into Windows because, like I said, I'm trying to work on some of the odds and ends. And I mean, that's about it. I have video screens for most of the games, a bunch of emulated content on here. I use it a lot for Media Center. I've got a lot of videos on here and CDs. So it's nice, but unfortunately I don't use it much. This whole round of trying to spruce it up is because I tried to turn it on for the first time in a while, and I found out that the heatsink for the CPU had fallen onto the video card, and then it kind of killed them both. So I just got all that up and running, and I found out I've only played this thing twice in the last year. I've got some chairs for it that I picked up just at yard sales, which actually I prefer the padded one, but that one's also nice over here. But really I just wanted to show this off to the people that I know, that I'm like, hey, I built this thing. This trim right here had extra bits off to the sides that I had to trim down, and then I heated it up and bent it into the shapes. It's got, you know, brass nails, basically all up and down the thing. Lots of little details went into this. The fans on the inside are powered by the computer. The lights up here are all powered by the computer. And basically, it's everything I was hoping it would be. I just don't play it enough. So, hopefully you thought it was cool.